Have you tried to reconnect with your old friends but seemingly just can't get hold of them? Or maybe tried to organize a party but everyone says they're busy with their reports this week, or maybe projecting sales immediately. So welcome to the reality of why it's hard to maintain friends after 25. Some people get lucky to have a strong bond with their friends, but most are just busy with life.
That's exactly how I feel. Try as you might to make yourself as the binding agent or the glue of the group.
We're eggs.
Yes, we're eggs. Or the glue of your friendship circle. Most of the time, the realities of life just get in the way. So on today's episode, let's explore this reality that adults are facing after 25. Hope we can invite you for some chat out of the office? Question mark?
Oh, I'm busy.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Office. And for today's episode, oh my gosh, very, very, very relatable for people over 25 or closer to 30. Migs. Why does it feel so hard to maintain friendships after you turn 25?
Actually, that's quite late.
Honestly, yeah.
Some of us have encountered this when they were 23.
True. Yes, I agree. I did the same thing. So let's get into it. Why does it feel so hard for people to maintain friendships after turning 25? I mean, usually, when you're at 25, that's when the reality of life just hits you, that no one's coming to save you, that you're responsible for your life now.
That's so heavy. No one is coming to save you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please.
But yeah, like no one's gonna save you no more. Let's just accept that fact. And it's honestly either you're just so busy with work, or usually 25 is if you are in a relationship. I'm not, so I don't care. But usually at 25 is if you were in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, that's when things are, when you get past 25, that's when the talks of marriage come up. So there's that. And then other people like myself, I moved abroad, So there's that. And then, and there's also like people who just, you outgrow. Like for me, like I've outgrown so many people. And unfortunately, we just grew apart, or, we had to cut them off. It's sad just because, they were such a big part of your life. And then now, just because you're no longer the same person that you were before, unfortunately you have to cut them off. And honestly, like, that's what makes it so hard is, like these people in your life, they just are just a big part of your life for a certain point, and it's hard to let them go just because, you shared something.
Yeah, you shared great memories with them. You went through heaven and hell with them.
Exactly.
And, you were able to experience numerous successes with them. And then eventually, you all felt that, oh, this is the end of the road for our friendship. I guess we need
Right.
to find our own way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a song. Gotta find my own way. High School Musical.
High school. Is it? Yeah, it's High School Musical, right?
Yeah. I've got to go on and be who I am.
Copyright.
Right.
For me, like the solution to this, honestly, is just putting in the effort. You know, if you actually really do care about them, then you know you put in effort to make plans.
Yeah.
I am guilty of not doing that.
But put effort for those who put effort to you.
Yes.
Just a disclaimer. Don't be
Right.
heroic in everything and, glorious. Or,
Yes.
or as we say in Filipino, wag kang dakila. Don't be
Yes.
too glorious because,
Right.
if they don't put effort on you, why bother?
Right. No, I mean, honestly, I think here in America, that's like one of the things that, it's still hard for me to understand just because, again, in the Philippines, that's how it is. Like, usually you hang out just because, or you talk to somebody just because you need something from them. Like, it's not that it's, ill will in the Philippines. It's just how it was. So, like, nowadays, now that I'm here in America, and it's just like, it feels like sometimes when the people I've met, ask me to hang out, sometimes it's just like, it's a trigger in my head that's like, oh, they need me for something, it's either they need me to drive them somewhere or they need me to pay for something or they just, it never really, it's still hard for me to understand sometimes that they just want to hang out for the sake of, hanging out to get to know me, actually share that relationship. There's that too. Like, that's why, like, to the people who were part of my life here in America, I apologize. If I don't reply or don't stay connected, it's my trauma. I apologize. I'm going through it. But again, that's why it's like maintaining friendships after 25 is also hard, just because you also go through so much. For like when you hit 18, when you hit the legal age, in the Philippines it's 18. Here in America it's usually 21. When you hit your legal age and then you just experience life through that, it's just, and like no one's guiding you through it. It's just like fail after fail after fail. It's just traumatizing. Their struggles, like their adult struggles, just because when we were kids, like our parents were there for us, like they're able to guide us, to coach us through, like life struggles. And it's a lot easier, of course, back then because we were kids. Their problems were just like, I don't want to sleep for nap time.
Or you don't want to
like,
eat your vegetables or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, when you hit your legal age, like, you have to take care of your bills, you have to take care of, your career, you have to take care of your health even more. So it's like, it's a lot of responsibility. And it's like, these are the things that are not being taught in schools too.
Yeah.
So it's harder.
As someone who is about to change his career in his
Right.
life totally, I can attest to what you are saying right
Exactly.
now. It's so hard.
Exactly. As someone who, like, me, as someone who, graduated with an engineering degree, went into IT, and then suddenly turned into social media marketing, and then hospitality, and then electronics technician. I've done so much
Yeah.
since I only graduated in 2019.
Have you
It's only
tried banking and
2026.
finance?
No.
Oh, that's your next destination. No,
That's
no.
my next destination.
Joking. Please.
yeah.
No.
But, it was hard. Every transition of career, it's always so hard.
It's
Which
hard.
adds into, like the stress of maintaining friendships, just because some of the friends that you make are from those previous jobs,
Yeah.
from random life encounters, and you just grow such a bond with them because of that certain factor, like a job. And then, eventually, if ever one of you moves to another job or moves to another company, you suddenly lose that friendship, that closeness, just because,
Mm.
you know, there's no longer that one single thing that
Yeah.
combines you, you lose
Ac- ac-
that common point.
Actually, I envy those who have friends who, even if they don't see each other for 3 years, 5 years, just one moment that they see each other at the mall or in the cinema, they'll talk.
Right.
Like it was yesterday for them.
Yeah.
I envy those kinds of people because, I don't have those people in my life.
Right.
I have friends, when you see them, you just say hi, hello, where you going, small talk. But
Right.
for someone to really catch up and just listen to you and you just listen
Right.
to them and you're just interested in what they're doing right now, I envy those kinds of people. So if you're someone who has that kind of friend, make sure that you treasure them. Because
Yeah.
it's really hard to find someone whom you can trust for
Right.
that long. And even if you're not meeting on a regular basis, you
Right.
can still reconnect in just one snap.
I would honestly say I'm like that, but also sometimes it's just. So I've thought about this recently. Like, there are people who are like that. Like, it doesn't matter to them if you talk after a year, after a few years, after a couple of months. They're still going to treat you how they treated you. But there's also people who's just like, they don't have the intentionality of continuing this friendship or your relationship with them. And that's the biggest thing, because like all of a sudden, like, oh, I guess I'm not a part of their life anymore. It's hard. I am guilty of that, I'm gonna admit. Like, sometimes I just don't tell people that I've cut them out, and I apologize if ever you've watched this. It's not that I don't like you anymore. Like, it's not like I don't like them anymore. It's just really, like I said a while ago, it's just we outgrew each other. Like, there's no fault in that, I think. It's just because you have a different life path now. I have a different life path. And again, like I said, it's like those friendships that you built at work, and then when you move jobs, it's like no longer the same. It's because, like, again, that common point is no longer there unless you really put in effort. And I think that's the hardest part of friendships in 25, is that not a lot of people are willing to put in that effort, just because there's always so much stress already. Like we talked in the previous episode for the Sunday Scaries, it's just like there's just so many things happening in life, especially at work, that's just like overwhelming. And then you hear the negative news from the television, it's just like
Yeah.
anxiety, basically.
Why does it feel like today when you meet someone or when you just see new friends
Right.
developing among your circles, you have that certain kind of feeling that, oh my, we're just like trying to survive
Right.
each and every day. So we're
Yeah.
just taking someone with us. Oh, I think you can help me.
Right.
There's those kinds of situations that you see inside the office up to
Right.
today, that I'm just gonna befriend you because I want to survive. I'm just going to befriend you because you can do better than me. So I'll just
Right.
join you. But when everything is over,
Goodbye.
they're gone. All
Right.
of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I have I have something latched onto that experience just recently, because
Right.
I don't really understand how some people could really stomach that kind of attitude. Like for
Right.
me, when I told my friends, "Oh, we're gonna meet. We're gonna process these papers together because we've been together for like 4 or 5 months
Right.
in the last thing that I attended to." So
Yeah.
I was surprised when they met all together without me. And then they're
Right.
not replying anymore
Right.
regarding my question why they met without me. So
Right.
I really felt used
Yeah.
during that moment, that
Yeah.
I was started to think that, oh, maybe they just wanted me to be their leader because I make the presentation
Right.
look good. So
Yeah.
it was just for
There could-
grades, it was just for presentation.
Right.
So that's a big ouch, actually.
Right. No, I mean that's for real. I mean, I am guilty of that. I've done that before where, in a way I've used people. It's complicated. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've done it. It means that you're just did it just to use them, It's just a matter of circumstance. And that's the hard part of, relationships nowadays. It just really depends on the circumstance. Sometimes it just doesn't work out no more. Again, as we say, such is life, like they just have to accept that there are people who just really come and go. As one of my favorite songs from Ben and Ben say, why do comments come our way? They're not meant to stay, they're only meant to pass. Ouch.
Ouch. Okay,
It's-
pass away.
pass away.
That's a different thing. Oh,
I feel bad. I feel bad every time I do that to someone, just because it's not like I really want you out of my life. It's just that I don't have the capacity to hold on to that anymore. You also to the people that I've cut out, I hope that you also understand that there's just better things for me out there now. And it's not like I blame you for choosing better stuff too. It's like, when you move jobs, it's like if your boss says that, if they're happy that you're moving on and getting something better, then that's a good boss, basically. It's something like that. Like when, if you move on to another, or you moved on from this relationship, in a way, you just gotta be happy for them. It's just because, they're improving. Unfortunately, you're not part of that anymore, but you were once part of it. And you cherished something during that time. You've learned something, and yeah, it made you the person you are now because of it.
I think the best thing that we can do as individuals is, if we cannot maintain the friendship, we can maintain certain standards that we can look
Right.
for friendships.
Yes.
I mean, in our script it says, because everyone starts to outgrow you. Basically, all the reasons that we have given
Yeah.
on our script and on our conversation for the past few minutes is outgrowing. Whether you
Yes.
outgrow your work, whether you outgrow your relationships with friends, your bonding moments, or you outgrow your time or even the country that you're in,
Yeah.
that all boils down to outgrowing things.
Right.
And for someone who feels lonely, who feels that everyone seems like outgrowing him, maybe what you can maintain is not the friendships, but the kind of friends that you let enter in your life.
Right.
So that, maybe each and every time we don't have a assurance,
Yes.
but we can always try to make new friends. I mean,
Yeah.
don't you want it? You have new friends
Right.
each and every time.
Yeah.
It's hard to start over again. I know
Yes.
that. I've been through that. I know
Yeah.
the feeling, the awkwardness, but sometimes it's necessary and
Yes.
sometimes it's something that you have to encounter in order to find the perfect fit.
Right.
I have friends
Exactly.
who have stayed with me for 10 plus years, and
Yeah.
I thought we were the perfect fit. But all of a
Right.
sudden, all of a sudden, wow. Such old song. All of a sudden, they changed.
Yeah.
And I cannot, do something about it.
Yeah.
So,
You cannot force yourself into other people's lives.
yeah.
We are always given opportunities to either maintain or delete friendships. And
Yeah.
that's just the reality that we have to accept. And honestly, again, like I said, you just got to be happy for the people you've outgrown.
As
Yeah.
I've seen in a latest tweet of someone I follow, there are 3 G's in life that you must remember and memorize. It's
Right.
growing, and you need to be glowing as well,
Yep.
and you need to practice giving.
Yes.
Wow.
That's honestly really good. What was it? Growing, glowing, and giving.
Glowing and giving. You need to grow. You need to learn. You need to make your mind more mature, more
Right.
informed, and more
Yes.
more intelligent. You need to glow, meaning you shouldn't stay the same way you look like 10 years ago. You need to
Right.
have some changes in your style. We're not saying you do plastic surgery and whatever. No, not that. It's
I mean,
just
if
saying
you
that
want to,
if you want to, okay, go ahead.
If you want to,
you want to, no, if you want to take Ozempic, go ahead and
Yeah.
make yourself thin or whatever. But the bottom line is you glow up, and then you need to be giving.
yes,
You need to learn to. There are two sides of giving, as the post said. Giving as in you are generous to people who support you, to people who understand you, to people
Right.
who make effort to you. And giving, the other side, giving in a sense of letting go of things
yes,
that do not serve your purpose anymore.
right.
Meaning the negative things and everything, forgiveness and
Yeah.
all of those things. So
Yeah.
that's important. And that is
Right.
our
That
sermon
was-
for this Sunday.
That was the thing that I was trying to remember to say. Like, you have to let go of things that don't serve you anymore, and sometimes those things are friendships. And
Yeah.
again,
The only thing that you need to maintain when you are 25 and up is your diabetes and your high blood pressure. Need to maintain all those medications and you're all
Yes.
good.
yes,
No worries.
Exactly. That's why they're called maintenance.
Maintenance. That's it for our podcast.
Podcast.
Very Filipino accent. Podcast. Sorry,
Not podcast.
Philippines. Sorry, Philippines.
Philippines.
Make sure to subscribe and follow our YouTube channel for more fun conversations. I'm Stephen.
Make sure you're also following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
And don't
That's why
forget
that
to
line
give
is yours. That's mine.
and don't forget to give us a thumbs up over there as well. I'm Miguel, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to maintain your watch times with us.